everyone, I'm back with my friend Lammy, and we've got another Bible story for you today. We hope you had a great Easter. We've had some nice weather, haven't we, Lammy? And it was so nice to celebrate Easter, wasn't it? To celebrate how Jesus died and rose again on the third day so that we could have new life. That's our favorite story, but we've got another story today about forgiveness. And if you remember, we talked about how Jesus forgave those who crucified him a couple weeks ago. Do you remember that, Lammy? Well, we talked about that, but we've got another story today from the Bible about forgiveness. It's called A Brother Forgives a Brother. Now, some of you may have brothers and some may have sisters, and sometimes they make us mad, don't they, Lammy? I know that when I was a kid, my brothers used to make me mad, and even my sister sometimes. Well, these were two brothers named Jacob and Esau, and they were twins. Do you know what twins are, Lammy? Well, twins are kids or babies that are born on the same day. They have the same birthday. They're both in their mommy's belly at the same time. And these twins, their names were Jacob and Esau. So they were twin brothers, twin boys, and they had the same birthday. Esau was born first, and Jacob was born right after Esau. So you can imagine that they were always fighting over who was the best bow shooter, or who was the best at running a race, like most brothers and sisters do, but probably with them being twins, it was even worse. I don't know. But I know that as they grew older, they liked to fight about being the one to get the blessing. Back then, if you were the firstborn, you got a special blessing. Well, with them being born on the same day, it probably made it even worse that they fought over this. So they grew up to be men, and their father's name was Isaac. And he wanted to give Esau the birthright blessing since he was the firstborn son. He would be in charge of the family someday. That's what that meant. He would get special blessings on his family from God. Well, Jacob, he wanted the birthright blessing for himself, even though he wasn't born first. He just didn't think it was fair because he was born the same day as Esau. So one day, while Esau was out hunting, because that's what Esau liked to do, Jacob tricked their father Isaac, and here he is. He went to go see their father Isaac, and he had actually tricked Esau, his brother, not that long ago in another way. And it's not very nice to trick people, is it? No, it's not. God doesn't like that, I don't think. And that's what he did. He had tricked his brother into getting his birthright, and now he's tricking his father into blessing him. And how he did it was he pretended to be Esau. He put on some of Esau's clothes, and because his father Isaac was very old and could not see well, he thought Jacob really was Esau. If you notice, he put furs on his arms to make himself seem hairy like his brother Esau was. And so, since his brother couldn't see well, he thought Jacob was Esau, and he gave Jacob the special blessing of the family birthright. Soon, Esau came home. Do you think he was happy when he found out? No, he wasn't. And he became very angry when he heard what Jacob had done. He was so angry that Jacob was afraid of what Esau would do. So Jacob left home. He moved far away where Esau could not find him. Many years later, the twin brothers met again. Jacob was afraid Esau might still be angry, but Esau forgave Jacob for the mean trick he played. Esau was glad to see Jacob, and he hugged Jacob, and ran to meet him first and threw his arms around him in a big hug. And they were so happy to see each other and everyone else, their families were happy that they could be friends with each other as well. So that's a great story, isn't it, Lammy? Another story, there's many stories in the Bible about forgiveness, but this is a good one. And if you remember when we talked about how Jesus forgave those that crucified him, we sang a song, and I want to sing that again. And it goes like this. I've got the words. I forgive you, you forgive me, you forgive me. We learn and play so happily, we learn and play so happily. This is what Jesus said for us to do. This is what Jesus said for us to do. We obey his word and serve him too. We obey his word and serve him too. Very nice. You like that song, Lammy? I do too. And sometimes it's hard to forgive, isn't it? When people make us mad. I know. I've had people make me mad before. Sometimes when someone breaks something that's mine, or when someone takes something without asking, it's hard to forgive someone for those things, isn't it? But that's what Jesus asks us to do and wants us to do. And we have a memory verse today from Matthew chapter 6, verse 15. And Jesus said, "But if ye forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses." Do you know what that means, Lammy? Well, that means that if we don't forgive people when they do things to us, to hurt us, that God won't forgive us. And that's sad, isn't it? We want God to forgive us, or Jesus to forgive us when we sin or when we mess up. So we should be quick to forgive like Jesus forgave us, right? Let's do the verse one more time. But if ye forgive not men their trespasses, now you say it. Neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. Good job. We've got a few crafts for you today as well. You can use a paper plate or just some white paper for this. We used white paper. We didn't have a paper plate. We used a popsicle stick and some cut up pieces of orange paper because Esau was hairy. Can you want to wear it, Lammy? It's a little big for Lammy, but this is supposed to be a beard like Esau had because he was hairy, and I'm pretty sure that he was supposed to be red-headed, so this is why we made orange, but you could do other colors if you don't have orange. You could even use yarn if you don't want to use construction paper. And then we have these that you can also make for your arms. Now, what I saw, they used toilet paper rolls or paper towel rolls, but this is just some brown paper we had, and we took felt, but you can use yarn, and cut up and put all over to make it hairy. And you could even do a play where one of you pretends that you're Isaac, the father, and you can't see, so you cover your eyes with a blindfold. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? And then someone could be Jacob pretending to be Esau. And then if you have a third person who wants to play, they can be Esau, who comes in and he's upset because his brother tricked his father into giving him the blessing. I hope you all like this story. And don't forget our song about forgiveness and the memory verse, Matthew 6:15. You can work on that. And if you have the things to make crafts, you can do those as well. But if your parents have a printer, you can find coloring sheets about Jacob and Esau to print out and color. And we will see you next week, and I hope you have a great week. Bye-bye.